All right, y'all. Man, I'm about to talk about weeks 2 to 4. I'm going to give my reviews basically of each team that I can remember so far. So now we're done with 1/4 of the season. So yeah, basically I'm going to just give my take, go straight through it. So here we go. All right, so I think the two best teams in the NFL are the Rams and the Chiefs. That would be a great Super Bowl matchup. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make it to the Super Bowl because of their defense, but I do have Patrick Mahomes as the MVP. As far as my MVP rankings go, I would have Patrick Mahomes first, Jared Goff second, Drew Brees third, Khalil Mack fourth, and then probably Todd Gurley fifth. And I'll update that as as the season progresses. Um, Man, it sucks to see Jimmy Garoppolo get injured. Uh, you know, it sucks to see anybody get injured, but especially a star quarterback. The 49ers did play hard against the Chargers, so I expect them to keep on trying to play that way. But yeah, man. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery, man. Same thing goes out to all the Falcons defensive players that are out for the rest of the season. Is at least like three of them. Uh, the Falcons, I originally had them going to the playoffs, but that's not going to happen now. They have no defense. And I have to give Matt Ryan credit. I'm not a fan of him, but the last couple of games he's played outstanding. Calvin Ridley, he's playing outstanding, and so is Julio Jones. I was talking to my homies about this, and I think they're kind of right. I think the Falcons are making sure Julio Jones does not get in the end zone on purpose, because those same combination routes that they have Calvin Ridley running to get open, they could do the same thing with Julio. You know what I'm saying? So like Julio's getting all these yards, but he's not getting these touchdowns. I think they're using that against him. So I know you guys extension, but the next contract, I think they're gonna be like, nah. See, like your production went down because you didn't have touchdowns. And it's like, well, that's because y'all set it up that way. Because the NFL is like that. The Saints, they're doing their thing, and they about to get Mark Ingram back. So to me, I think they're gonna win the division. I think the Panthers will make it in the playoffs. Cam Newton is having a great season so far, passing like he's gotten much better. He's in the 60% completion rate, like the higher 60s or like the mid 60s, which is really good. Which once again reiterates how good Norv Turner is as an offensive coordinator and how he helps quarterbacks become better. Let's see who else. The Seahawks, they're 2-2. May Earl Thomas have a speedy recovery. I don't know how long he's going to be out. I don't think it's going to be the rest of the season. I wish he would get traded to a team that really wants to pay him. Unfortunately, he's stuck with the Seahawks right now, who don't want to pay him. And he had every right to flip off the Seahawks. I love Pete Carroll, but he's in the wrong and he deserved to get flipped off. The Cardinals, they're going to keep on struggling. They did the right thing by starting Josh Rosen. Let him take his bumps and bruises. He's better than Sam Bradford at this point. I'm about to jump all over this place, so bear with me. The Jets look like they're going to have a terrible season. They should throw all their money at Le'Veon Bell when he becomes a free agent. And what other they need they need to buy offensive line / draft, and they need to buy wide receiver / draft. They basically just need to copy the same formula that the Rams, Eagles, and now the Bears are doing. Just copy the same formula, and Sam Darnold will be fine in the future. But he's gonna have a rough year this year. The Jaguars, I may need to make an apology to them because I thought they were going to be dead last in their division because I don't trust Blake Bortles. But right now, he's doing his thing, and I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't criticize him. I'm surprised the Titans are doing all right, you know what I'm saying? Like Marcus Mariota, he hasn't been playing that well, but he played well enough against the Eagles. That was a great win by Marcus Mariota, defeating a championship team, current championship team. Um, the Eagles, they'll get in their stride. I don't think they'll get the first seed. I think they'll get second seed. Maybe not. They might get third seed because the way that the Saints are playing, like if the Eagles keep being inconsistent like this, especially defensively, yeah, they're gonna end up being a third seed. Um, let's see, the Cowboys. Um, they're finding ways to win. I don't think they're a playoff team, but hey, they could prove me wrong if they duplicate similar to what they did against the Lions. I really thought the Lions were going to win that game, and Zeke and Dak came through at the end, as well as the kicker. The Bucks, they're gonna go back to being bad now. Fitzpatrick, aka I said Magic, aka Fitz Tragic, strikes again. Jameis Winston, yo man, you need to take this opportunity to play as well as you can, man, because you're in a situation that a lot of people and a lot of quarterbacks wish they were in, where they're positioned to be the franchise quarterback. You need to take advantage of that, man. So no more immature decisions. Stop making stupid mistakes. Who else have I talked about? Was a bunch of people. The Colts, man. I'm gonna say this, man. They're looking like the same Colts that I've seen before. And look, I think Frank Wright is a very good coach for Andrew Luck. I think he will help change the culture. But right now, it's just crazy. Like Luck, he played so good. That was like his best game in at least 2 years. I mean, clean game. He threw no picks, and they still lost. That defense is not what it's supposed to be. Houston, I picked them to win the division. They've been playing bad. I think they're gonna get on the roll because they played the Cowboys. I think they're gonna beat the Cowboys, so that would make them 2-3. I think they'll get on the roll. That's why I think will happen. Because Watson, he got injured, so he's going through his little bumps right now. But I think he'll get it together. They got too much talent offensively to just stink it up for a whole season. You feel me? Even though the offensive line is shaky, they also need defense as well. That's the biggest story of the NFL. There's no defense in the NFL, like none, and it's barely been a real running game this whole entire year, even with the star running backs that are in the league. Um, who else? Patriots, they've been struggling. I think they're gonna get it together, but I do not have them making the Super Bowl. I don't even think they're gonna make the AFC Championship game. The Ravens are playing well. I think they're a Super Bowl contender, regardless of what people think. Steelers are in big trouble. Mike Tomlin might need to go, and I really like him, but they're gonna have to make some type of changes, especially defensively, after the season ends, because their defense is going to continue to be bad. Same thing with the Chiefs. Their defense is bad. The Raiders' defense is bad. I expected the Raiders to be bad. I think they're going to be last in the division. They're going to score because John Gruden, his whole purpose of this year is to make sure that they have offense. And he's going to try to retool these next couple of years defensively. But no matter what, none of them will equal Khalil Mack, man. What Khalil Mack is doing for the Bears is amazing. I'm shocked that Mitchell Trubisky had the game that he had. So I want to see how he does for the rest of the season. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Like, can he get anywhere like in between? Because he's obviously not going to throw 6 touchdowns a game. But let's see if he can throw average around 3-4 touchdowns again. Let's see if he can translate that. Let's see. Oh, the Packers, they're struggling. Everybody was talking about, their defense is going to be better. Psych, their defense is not better, dog. And Aaron Rodgers is hurt. So I only got them making the playoffs because they were third place in their division last year. I believe they were. Yeah, something like that. So I think because of their schedule, they'll make it in the playoffs, but they're not going far. Redskins are okay. They'll be competitive. That's about it. Browns are very competitive. I don't know how many games they'll win, but Baker Mayfield, I see why he was the #1 overall pick. He deserves it, man. He's so confident in the pocket when he throws compared to all the other rookie quarterbacks. So I completely understand why he was selected #1 now. Man, I'm trying to think who else. Dolphins. I know they got obliterated by the Patriots, but yo, man, I think that philosophy is working that Adam Gase is doing, man. I think it's working. Just having a good locker room, I think that'll help them for the rest of the season. The Bills are trash. I know I'm supposed to say more than that, but I'm sorry, they're just trash. That's the best thing I can say about them. Well, that's not even good, but I don't care. They're just trash, man. What else is going on in the league, man? I'm trying to think of anything else right now going in the league. I think that's about it. I know I didn't mention like every single team, but those are the teams that really popped up for me weeks 2 to 4. So we'll see how the rest goes. Yeah, we'll see how the rest translate. Oh yeah, the Chargers, they're okay. They're being typical Chargers, and the Broncos. I think they're kind of better than they were last year, but they're still gonna struggle this year, regardless. But I do like their running game. I do want to say that I do like their running game. So yeah, man, those are my thoughts for week 2 through 4, basically. We'll see what happens these upcoming weeks. I know I need to get back on I need to get back on this thing, man. I need to do more videos, man. I really been lagging, just like working on music and stuff. So, yeah, man, that's basically my take. And yeah, man, see y'all soon.